Underdog Daily with the BadgeBros, Jon and Nez here, and we got dudes in Indianapolis running at Lucas Oil Stadium in their underwear. So we got to care about football again. It is time to draft some big boards, hang out, have a little fun here. We're going to enlist the expertise of some other people. Nez and I went back and forth on we start having guests on for football and stuff, and I think it's probably better if we just flounder and embarrass ourselves for a little bit talking about a sport. It's really hard to be the guys that know every intricacy of spring training right now, who ran a basketball show yesterday and today, and then also be like, oh yeah, we also know all these rookies. We've been grinding the tape, so we're a little bit behind on our big board stuff. But 'tis the season to start jumping in again, Inez.
Yeah, I definitely relinquished control of what I can handle when it comes to the college guys, but it doesn't take much to pick it up and get yourself up to speed along with everybody else. Maybe I'm not gonna be live to win the big board. I think I'll live, but other than that, we'll get caught up when when it matters most.
I respect it, man. I respect it. Judging by all these new member signups, people were jumping up and down to see the NBA content today. We switched it up a little bit. Nez did a solo run this morning there, nice and early, 10 p.m. Eastern there. Or did it end up being 9 p.m. East or 9 a.m. Eastern?
9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Eastern. Yeah, it was a little earlier than I expected.
Yeah, I was just catching up on a little bit of that one there. Obviously, we just got Vooch ruled out on that slate. We got a Bradley Beal Q tag to deal with now, but fun little 5-game NBA slate. And shout out to community members here for joining up. Sam, Amari, Marble Floors, and Lenham. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Nez, should we talk 1 second about last night? We should talk about
I don't
the
want to
slate
talk
that
a
was.
single second about last night, actually. Thank you for asking.
Nice, dude. Yeah, the Ziggler stuff did not age like the wine in which we intended. I did watch a good portion of that basketball game, though, and I did think it should have been the nationally televised game, as we alluded to. It was closer than it looked on paper until the Celtics waved the white flag down 16 with like 5 minutes left. Like way too soon in my estimation. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, no Chet, no money. No Chet, no cash. No Chet, no checks. There you go.
Chet and Hallie, man. Had to have Chet and Hallie, and I had 0% Chet Holmgren last night. But I did have CLV on Kristaps, so let's see what the post-lock Sims have to say about my process, and then we'll talk.
Nice, dude. The old post-lock Sims. That's pretty good. Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to the crossover stuff from yesterday. Both the crossover champion, Peter Overzet there, hat tip to him. But the crossover between us and Unabated yesterday, Unabated making their show free, and then us just going ahead and using some of that alpha to build out a pick'em. I told everybody that on our show, hey, if you guys want that money-making portion of the program to care about in the future here, just wait till the unabated stream. And if you waited till the unabated stream, you wound up with a three leg 11xer for some wins there on our platform. So hopefully a lot of people got alongside that. By the sounds of it, Unabated's going to put their show free yet again tomorrow. So if you happen to miss it, even though there was no excuse in the world to miss it, because there was a link in the chat, in the bio, on Twitter, there was a redirect. If you happen to have missed it yesterday, definitely watch it tomorrow, right after our show tomorrow.
Yeah, no, they cook over there, man. I mean, it's definitely I tuned in for that show, and yeah, man, they're cooking over there, and we got home on that pick'em too, which is extra sweet.
Yeah, and like some real sweaty stuff. Like I was dropping some stuff in the Discord there if anyone was paying attention, because I was watching this one. I was just, Nikki was out last night and I wasn't playing hockey, so I was playing a little bit of poker and just sitting here, and I was drafting dingers and hanging out, and I was watching this game, dude. And Chris Dunn, he bricked like 3 layups in the second half, and then he sat on the bench for like 15 minutes, and then they brought him back in to close, and they didn't close with Kawhi, and they had Chris Dunn out on the floor, and I was like, please don't get fouled for free throws. Please don't get fouled for free throws. A lower sweat on a dude with no bag is so effing fun, man. Like a lower sweat is just so sweaty.
Yeah, especially when the line is 7.5. So
Yeah.
that's wild. That's wild. I see the chat, by the way. Thank you everybody for the kind words about this beautiful plant behind me. She's in recovery, but yeah, I think all the positive vibes are gonna help with the recovery process. So thank you for noticing, everybody. That's very nice.
What's going on with the plant? Was this something from this morning's show here? You got
No,
like
no, I
big.
think everybody just loves the nice plant. I don't know.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's somewhat of a new addition, and I'm glad everybody's giving props. I don't know where it's coming from.
Hey, the big between two ferns vibes for you right
Yeah,
now. Yeah,
yeah,
between
the plant here and then the green vinyl over here. Yeah.
there you go. What you said with the recovery process, I thought you were alluding to the fact that the plant was recovering from something, and the plant wasn't necessarily going to make it.
Well, it is recovering. It might not make it, but it's trying.
Yeah, I only caught a portion of the morning show there, as I alluded to. I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. It was a little early for me, and as you guys could see, I was having some tech difficulties. I've rerouted a whole bunch of never even don't even worry about it. All right, guys, I basically have to stop running the S words on this computer basically, and buy some server space in the cloud or something, because I bought another new SSD hard drive the other day. I got 4 hard drives in this fucking machine here, and I'm moving stuff all over the place. It's so dumb. Time to
Just
retire.
Play the hands,
from,
bro. Just play the hands.
Yeah, man, can't do it anymore. The kids these days. Yeah, this is perfect from Justin. The SBK Chris Dunn his ass. It's so good, man. So good. He was saying it on the program there yesterday. He's like, yeah, man, we just always take these Chris Dunn lowers. So good.
That's funny.
I got to give a shout out to results from the drafts. I know you don't want to go back in time here, Nez. I got 50 of them in last night. Little winning night for your boy there, because I was overweight. The guy who we're never supposed to be overweight on, that being Hallie. And Miller Lee Dawn 23 here with Chet in the last round. It ended up being Paul George and Maxey coupled with Jalen Brunson once you got the rule out of Cat there at the Garden. And then you just needed Kawhi in the 4th and Hallie in the 3rd, or vice versa there. So yeah, well constructed lineup, but I was the same as you, Nez. I did not get to any Chet. I was scared of the spread. I was scared of the flow of that game. I thought the strength of the lineup that the Nets were going to put out yesterday was in fact their bigs. So it was just not a spot I gravitated toward.
Nope, I didn't have any Paul George. I didn't have any Chet Holmgren, so it was not a good night for me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm sure you hit everything you needed to hit for the Membies only in the first show there, Nez. But my guy Jewish McCaffrey is asking. He knows he's not a hoop show. We need the 6-round scrolls for today, and my mind instantly goes to Bradley Beal Q tag, who has a bigger outlying band than Bol potentially playing expanded minutes tonight. Was that something you covered in the morning show?
I mean, no, I didn't get to Bull. I didn't get to Beal because that Q tag came after the show. But I did mention Bul's gigantic range of outcomes, and they become a little more right shifted with the Beal stuff. So
yeah, that's kind of where I would be on that. Everybody knows I'm a little bit of a Nurk slappy too, especially in a what looks to be a favorable matchup against Dallas, missing some bigs. They did get Dwight Powell back, or are going to get Dwight Powell back. They're not, I mean, it's just a big body. They were missing size. Anyways, yeah, that was the biggest right tail outcome guy that I saw when I was scrolling this morning. But yeah. Okay, Nez, I think it's time. I think it's time for the long-awaited debut of NFL. I think the best way for us to do this is to simply hop into drafts, scroll around while we're there, Google guys as they come up in our ranks and stuff. I did upload the Legendary Upside rankings into mind so that we do have a little bit of ball knowing going alongside us. But I think there might be another wrinkle of ball knowing that we could interpret here. If you wanted to do the screen sharing for at least one of these drafts here, would you want to do it right now for the first draft?
Yeah, I'll hop in right now.
All right,
This is my
let's do it.
first ever big board.
First ever big board for Nez. So we're gonna jump in there. Yeah, we're gonna learn us some ball along the way there. There's a whole bunch of stuff going down at the combine. I saw Hayden and Josh put out a show yesterday about about the basically the quarterback carousel and where guys would break and where guys could break. So I found that really interesting. People trying to get ahead of potential movement in terms of like stacking your quarterbacks, that sort of deal. And then there you go, Nez. I'm gonna keep myself in the hopper. 5 more spots there. There you go. Nez, you want to share it as a window instead of as a, you know what I mean?
I'm on Firefox, so I can't do the Chrome tab.
Oh, you can't share as tab in Firefox?
No, it's just a window.
Everything about Firefox is just worse, right?
Not really, but for
Oh,
StreamYard,
okay.
maybe.
Okay, for StreamYard, you can't. All right, we are in there. As you guys can see, Nez has the ball knower to go alongside us right now because we're going to need some help in this one. But methinks we can now wave it a couple times in honor of bro science as we go, huh?
Yeah, if it's giving us a good rookie, we might have to take it up on some rookies. But
I
yeah.
think I think that's when we got to start paying the most attention is when it's giving us the alpha on the rookies. Yeah, the two things for me right now, Nez, there's a lot of guys opting out of the combine and stuff like that. I don't know if our generation, the combine is low key becoming what bowl games are and have shifted to. You know what I mean? Where guys just tend to opt out and stuff like that. Yeah, I hope that doesn't become the case going forward. But a lot of guys, you know, kind of taking the option right now that I was looking at yesterday. A good program from Legendary Upside that went live this morning. If you guys haven't seen that one on their YouTube channel, yeah, Sacrilegious, Daniel, and Crane talking through potential stuff at the combine and some of their big board strategies. Found that really helpful. And then the other one that I alluded to, just talking about the quarterback carousel stuff and trying to get ahead of some of these potential future stacks that could exist based on landing spots of quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 1-7 here. You mentioned guys not participating in the combine, and honestly, it's kind of hard to blame some of these guys because a lot of the time the combine is just going to hurt their their earnings. So
Right.
I can't really blame them. Puka, Nico, Amon-Ra, I think we can make our own decisions here. But
Yep.
who would you prefer?
Neighbors.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's just have some fucking fun, man. Boys are doing a draft. Doesn't he just feel super fun and like they're going to end up with a quarterback upgrade?
That's what I think. I think no matter what, Neighbors is going to have an upgrade at quarterback compared to last year.
Yeah.
And I think Nakua, very very scary situation with Nakua because we don't know who their quarterback is going to be because it seems extremely unlikely that it will be Stafford based on what's happening right now.
Yeah. I mean, like the Stafford one's really interesting. There's a lot of smoke that, you know, he could end up with the Giants there. There was the report yesterday that Brady just randomly runs into him at a ski resort.
Yeah.
And now there's like a little bit of smoke with the Raiders and stuff like that. So it's all speculation and guesswork at this time. But man, like just to see the influx of targets and to see what Neighbors did last year. Like there's no reason to think that Neighbors couldn't be a 101 candidate after this year. You know what I mean? Like we could be talking about him in the same breath as Chase and Jefferson, especially if they wind up with Stafford, right? Like Stafford is the wide receiver maker.
Oh yeah, Stafford's there. I mean, seven might be like the highest he could push. You never know. You never know. But I think 7 is pretty high. But yeah, I mean, the sky is really the limit for Neighbors, and depending on what his future looks like at the end of all that, he truly does have like 101 ceiling. Like you can't say that about a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Um, okay, let's see this. Who else we got in this lobby here? We got Juice McCaffrey in here who takes Christian McCaffrey. Not a surprise there. Genty goes in the second round right after Christian McCaffrey. I think it'd be cool to look at some potential landing spots for him. All right, Nez, where's your mind go here? We got some of our guys on the board.
Yeah, I definitely lean Drake London here.
Okay. The sidekick's telling us Lad over London. I think that one's kind
Yeah.
of like a coin flip. You like the London situation? You think it's Michael Penix next year?
Oh, it's 120,000% Michael Penix next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
then
no
Christian
question. And I
Kirk
like
lines
Michael
up.
Penix.
Where do you think
Good
Christian Kirk
UW boy,
lines up?
man.
Or Christian Kirk. I said Christian Kirk twice. Why? Why would I say that? Where do you think Kirk Cousins lines up next year?
I'm not like 100% sure where Cousins goes.
Mhm.
Maybe to the Jets,
Okay.
perhaps.
Yeah. Jets just trying to salvage like anything kind of deal once Rodgers is gone.
Yeah, like I'm not like totally sure where Cousins ends up, but I do think a team is going to give him a shot though. I feel very
Mhm.
confident of that. I don't I mean, could he end up in Indianapolis? Because they might be just done with Anthony Richardson. I mean, things look very sad. Things look to have soured big time in Indy.
Okay, dude, I know this is a game. Like football's crazy, man. We talk about it the most. Everyone talks about it the most. It gets the most buzz. It gets the most attention, and it is the smallest of small sample sizes ever. Like we knew this dude coming into the league had only had like 15 starts. Now the dude's in the league for 2 years and he's only had like what 15, 16 starts or whatever. And it's just like we're just gonna nah wave Anthony Richardson already. Like it's crazy how short the sample size and how small the sample size these guys get are. But yeah, dude, I can't disagree with you that they look somewhat done with him. I mean, like they turned to Flacco at one point last year, right?
Yeah. All right, we're back up on the clock here. I think Brees Hall is a smash. I think this is quite the fall for Brees. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good with it. Legendary Upside agrees with it as well. It does feel good to start your running back room. I'm looking at the price tag of these quarterbacks right now. Man, they're underpriced in the second or in the third, fourth round. Like these upper echelon elite quarterbacks. Has any quarterback gone yet? No. Wow.
Nope.
Man,
So
quarterback
it's
scoring is
weird.
just like so important on Underdog.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's sort of like pitcher where these guys go late and then once they go often and then
Mhm.
you can easily find yourself up shit creek when it comes to QB based on some of the streams that I've done and the people that I've talked to because this is
Okay.
no joke my first big board. But
Yeah. We did one together, but yeah, it was on my account there. Yeah, we jinxed Ben on the quarterbacks there because now all the quarterbacks rattle off right in front of him. That's so good.
that's rough.
Um, yeah, I mean, win the flex, man. Win the flex is kind of like been the mantra for a long time here. I was just looking up where Hayden had projected the landing spot while we were talking about Kirk Cousins, and he has him with the Browns, which is that's going to be kind of contrarian because a lot of people are going to mock Cam Ward to the Browns at like the top end of draft boards there. So kind of a contrarian one there, which would be kind of fun. You know, open up like some Jerry Judy and some Cedric Tillman stuff to care about.
I mean, I don't know if you can call any Kirk Cousins landing spot fun, but I think they could potentially do a Kirk Cousins bridge situation with
Mhm.
a rookie QB for sure. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything totally wrong with that, especially if you're the Browns, right? Who next year don't have, uh, aspirations of winning the Super Bowl by any means. I know some people disagree with that, and they think you just need to throw your rookie QB to the wolves and get them reps right away. I think that there's justification for both, and yeah, I don't think it'd be a terrible idea to do a bridge
Mhm.
situation.
Okay. Man, this is a fun little part of the draft board. Good Canadian kid, Chase Brown in there. I mean, that one's going to be interesting. We talked about it on the first time we did a big board, how his ADP seemed like one that was a little propped up.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't
Jaden
like
Daniels
it.
in the 4th round, man. Like, let's just have a little fun. Is there
You want Jaden
like Jaden
Daniels?
Daniels? Dude, he could finish his QB1 so effing easily. He was so fun in the postseason. He ran so much. Like, let's just live a little out here, have some fun.
He'll probably get a receiving upgrade too, either via draft or free agency. So he definitely feels super awesome to click. I'll have a hard time, uh, taking any sort of worries about Jaden Daniels going into this season seriously. Like
Mhm.
because we're obviously paying a pretty high price for a guy that's year 2 in the league. We're taking him over Hurts, we're taking him over Burrow, but like you said, dude, he's so dynamic and clearly so good. Maybe if they shock us and do nothing for the as far as like receiver additions, then maybe okay, I can understand it, but nah, man, he's the truth.
Yeah. Um, yeah, he's literally him. This is an interesting point from Turbotron. He's like doesn't see the Browns at all because like the Falcons would have to eat all that Cousins money, and like because the Browns, obviously still have Deshaun. So
I think
yeah, that's
he's
true too.
misunderstanding the contract because I'm pretty sure the Falcons can get off the hook for that
Okay.
money. That was the whole thing that people have been talking about Kirk Cousins for since he signed the deal, was that like they could
Yeah.
get out of that contract and not eat that money. I'm like 99%
Okay.
sure that's the case, and that's why
Uh,
it seems very much written that he's gone.
Um, the potential out is after this year. 27 and a half as a base, 12 and a half as a sign, 40 million on a cap hit. Let's look in half a second after we make this pick.
If it's 27 this year, I think a team would definitely pay 27 million for a quarterback. But maybe I think I think it is
Well, it's 40
not.
against the cap.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, there was a cap increase, so I guess it's not crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, he's not starting for the Falcons next year.
All right. Alave, scared of the concussion stuff a little bit. Kittle seems pretty secure, and they might be with or without Debo and without Ayuk for a stretch there. Waddle bounce back.
I'm Kittle here.
Ken Walker bull. You Kittle?
Yeah,
All right. Let's do
definitely
it.
Kittle here. Tight end 3.
Age.
You just mentioned all those receiver injuries that they have in San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
to be concerned about, and I just think he's just going to feast.
Okay. How old's George Kittle? Like, what's the age cliff on tight end there for? I
Is
mean,
he
he's a
turning
beast.
30?
I'll look it up right now. He is born in 1993. He is 31. He's turning 32 in October.
Mm. That's all right. I'm not worried. I'm not too concerned about a tight end age 32.
Yeah. This is interesting. There's now Ayuk trade talk too
Again,
after he even got the deal. Like again, we're gonna do this all over again. I
the
think
Niners
I
are
think
pretty messy.
yeah, the Niners are messy right now. The Niners look like, look at this offense, this thing go burr last year. Like, look at all this incredible talent they have. This is like Super Bowl style upside if the quarterback plays there. And then all of a sudden, the McCaffrey injury, which is, massive. And then Debo looking, both injured and a little chunkier and a little slower last year. I think the injuries probably played a large factor in that one. And then Pearsall getting shot. Like, it's like everything broke wrong for the Niners last year when everything looked fun. And then they were kind of like, in my estimation, they were kind of like guilt trip, uh, pushed into a corner that they had to pay Ayuk kind of thing when they didn't really want to.
Guilt tripped? What do you mean
Well,
guilt tripped?
I think they basically had to make the decision to like between him and Debo, and I think they knew internally what they had in Juwan Jennings, and yet they were just kind of like forced into a corner to like have to pay him. Does that make sense?
No, because they had trade talks with the Steelers all summer,
I
and
guess.
nobody thought that it was real. No one thought it was
Yeah.
real. Now they're trying to trade him again.
Yeah.
Like
That yeah, that's kind of what we're kind of seeing the same thing here, where I think they didn't want to pay him.
then
And
they
they
didn't have
wanted to
to.
get rid
No
of.
one, no one held him at gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're big boys.
Yeah. I just think the lesser of two evils was to pay him and then deal with it in the future, opposed to.
Okay, okay, I can see that.
This is interesting here. So the ADP is skewing heavily different than the sidekick right now.
Yeah,
Sidekick telling us to consider pushing up Juwan Jennings and put him alongside um, Kittle. I mean, that's a big. I think running back feels good. We're pretty balanced here. Is there a big wide receiver cliff that you want to get ahead of right now?
I do like the idea of Juwan Jennings.
It's interesting that all three of these San Fran receivers are in a little pocket together, eh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we both think Juwan Jennings is a legitimately good player, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. Set ourselves up for a little San Francisco double.
Okay.
Because I mean, Debo's out of there. Ayuk's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
What's CMC gonna look like?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And
Juwan Jennings,
I like
Bulls.
Brock Purdy, man.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Kittle's 31. I wanted to go back to this for half a second. Let's see. Okay. Here's the Kirk Cousins scenario. So he signed 4 years, 180. Big signing bonus, 90 guaranteed at signing. Wow. That's just going to be money out of pocket that the Falcons are going to be paying underneath the table for a bit, eh? 37 years old, 27 and a half, a potential out with dead cap hit after this year. So in theory, a team can take him off their hands for like a 1 year and then just cut him next year if it doesn't work out kind of thing.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah, he is kind of like, I'm not going to say perfect bridge quarterback, but he is like definitely a decent candidate for that.
Yeah, I would think so.
Mm-hmm. We're almost back up here, Nez. Wow, David Montgomery. Nobody wants David Montgomery.
Yeah, this is quite the fall. I'm a little worried that we're getting avalanched, but what do you think, Montgomery or Jacoby?
Let's take Montgomery.
All right, we're gonna fuck around and find out big time.
Yeah, we are. We might be getting avalanched here in a room like this, but like, dude, David Montgomery, like everything about David Montgomery was basically what we wanted to see last year outside of the injury for like a brief stint there. And then he still came back and fought through it like a beast. Yeah. But like basically everything we thought about him. And then we didn't even see the full bull case for him because the full bull case for him was contingent upside, right?
Yeah, I mean, if anything were to happen to Gibbs, God forbid, yeah, he's
right.
Yeah, he's a huge benefactor.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Bo Nix ADP, by the way? I mean, I know T Bear like is not afraid to cook.
Hmm.
Is Bo Nix 83 ADP on UnderdogFantasy.com? Kind of is. Whoa. All right.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, he was definitely a guy who improved over the course of the year. I do think the perception is he ran more than he actually did. Like he ran a little bit early on, but he didn't run much like later.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got moxie. He's like if Drew Lock was good.
Right. I love that comp. He's like if Drew Lock was good. That's
Yeah.
fun. That is fun.
Some good info from Mr.
Mm,
150 himself in the chat. Bo Nix opened in the 60s, so there's probably some anchoring effect
mm.
happening there as well.
Yeah. Good show from Davis there. And then also the fact that he stacks with Sutton on the right hand side of the board there too has some anchoring effects.
That'll do it.
Very interesting. Okay. Learning this landscape on the fly is way more fun than us just like parsing through ADP and juxtaposing ranks and that sort of deal.
There goes Golden. I know Golden is a good pick.
Oh, I did have this.
We got to look at
go
wide
for it.
receiver.
Yeah, go for it. You make this pick. In you, I trust.
What were you excited about?
No. I'm excited about a talking point. Don't worry about it.
We're going Mooney, and even if we don't take Penix, we're bullish on the Falcons' passing attack.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't have to twist my arm to be bullish on a good UW boy.
That's right.
So yeah, there you go. We're bullish on Penix. Aaron Jones, free agent there. Isaiah Pacheco, man, that fell off a cliff in the postseason there when they're running the corpse of Kareem Hunt over and over him. Basically, this was the comp that came to my mind. Okay, who would you rather have next season? And this is it pains me to say it, Nez, but they're two of my guys. Would you rather have Cooper Kupp or Adam Thielen on your football team?
Is this cost adjusted?
This is just real life football. You just have to pick between one of these two. But yeah, I mean, I guess the cost adjusted portion of the question would be that Cooper Kupp costs way more money and his ADP is higher. But just between those two raw football players, crafty white boys playing the slot, which one of those guys would you prefer to have on your real life football team to win games next year?
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
I think Cup, but here's what I will say, just because I don't want to sound like I don't want to lose viewers by saying Adam Thielen. Who fell off harder? Who has more rust?
Right.
It's Cup. It's
right.
like Thielen can get open better than Cooper Kupp can. But
I'm not going to fight you on that, man.
Kupp can still block.
Right. Yeah. Cody's saying Kupp still blocks his ass off.
Obviously, what you want a wide receiver to do is block.
And that's where fantasy football and real life football naturally. But that is where fantasy football and real life football are miles apart, right?
Yeah. We can probably push Purdy.
Purdy comes back to us with the double stack. Okay.
I mean, we do have Bateman. These wide receivers are just awful. Evergreen. Keenan still here? What do you like?
Let's do Keenan. I mean, he's a little bit older and whatnot, and maybe we see Rome emergence and stuff like that. But Ben Johnson, that's bullish. Ben Johnson turned Jared Goff into the highest passing yards guy over the last 5 years in all of football. I'm not overly bullish on Caleb Williams after seeing his baseball swing last year. But if there's a guy who can revive that scenario with some intelligent offensive creation, yeah.
I don't think Keenan is as washed as ADP and the community wants you to think. And I'm willing to take one more swing at it with the Ben Johnson edition.
Yeah. Is Keenan Allen a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so, but I don't engage in such discussions because I
Oh,
never
have
know
a little
who's the
fun.
softer league as far as Hall of Fames go and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, the toughest is baseball. Then I'll rank the leagues for you in terms of how tough it is to get into the Hall of Fame. MLB's number 1, NFL's number 2, NHL's number 3, NBA's number 4.
Okay.
NBA is like if you were a starter for 15 years and you averaged like 25 and 4, like you're going to find your way in.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted Najee to fall back to us, of course. But I can
You think?
say this because he's not even going to be a Steeler this year.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you like where is a Najee landing spot? Where are we getting bullish about Najee?
I think anywhere he goes, he's going to be valued and treated as a starting running back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, at the very least, like early down work and goal line, right?
Like, there's just no way that the situation that he would walk into could be worse, unless it's
Mm-hmm.
like a bad team being bad, than the last 2 years with Pittsburgh.
Yeah. This is an interesting Swift ADP here. If you're bullish on like Ben Johnson turning the offense around, but Ben Johnson's dealt with Swift in the past and like didn't really use him. You know what I mean? Like they didn't love him in Detroit, right? So I find that interesting.
Yeah, he's probably not a bad pick, but I'm just like so out on DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. No, I was just curious. Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not jumping up and down to take him right here.
For sure.
20-round drafts here, Nez. Even if we spend up early on like that Jaden Daniels capital, does this always scream 3 quarterbacks to you? Or would you be like, we get Purdy here with the double stack and then just shut it down?
I would probably lean 3 QBs, and I don't know that this has to be Purdy because we still have Penix available too. But if you want to do Purdy, we can. I think we should probably just like keep firing at wide receiver.
Okay.
What do you think?
I would take Purdy, but if you think we can keep pushing it and fuck around, find out we don't need the stack because we have the Penix out, I'm fine with it.
We'll do Purdy. We'll take Purdy.
Okay. Maybe I'm just
Considering
baseball stack pilled right now.
considering the ambiguity right now, like the one thing that is like pretty certain is like knowing you're going to get points from a quarterback pick. So we'll take the points. We'll take the points here. We're kicking field goals
This is
down.
I was about to say
down 20.
yeah, we're down 20 and we're just putting points on the board, baby. Take the points. Take the points. Sacrilegious saying huge Purdy fall here. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, good thing.
Yeah, there we go. So we got some CLV too. There you go.
We flip flopped him and Keenan, but
there we go.
we're playing the room. You got to adjust.
Mm-hmm. It's a funny one from Timmy Carr. Baseball Hall of Fame so exclusive. They got the all-time home run leader out.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
a joke of a sport. Or a Hall of Fame.
That's a good point from Cullen. It is a basketball Hall of Fame. It's not an NBA Hall of Fame. You're right. Roster spots in MLB, 26-man rosters. Yeah, and then that's divvied up between starting rotation, bullpen, and like your position players. Usually like 13 to 14 position players there, and then in the Dinger drafts, it's 20 rounds. 20 rounds.
John, have you heard all the buzz in the combine?
I don't think he's going to play wide receiver. I think I would rather take a shot on Diggs finding a landing spot, but you want to click his name and have a little fun? I think we can push it. 11th round seems so sticky, dude.
Come on, man. If you're Travis Hunter,
yeah,
and a team says, "My guy, you're the best wide receiver in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Play fucking wide receiver for us." Like you're gonna play wide receiver. And he's gonna go
All
to
right.
New England and play with Drake May.
All right. Do you think, okay, let's have like the bro science fun conversation. Do you think there's any way in which he can play? Because I've heard this spelled out multiple ways, and I've read sharp people be on the opposite side of the fence on both of this. A lot of people think this is the worst ADP on the board. A lot of this people think it can break correctly, right? If you are a team and you value him as like potential 101 wide receiver and you like him more than like McMillan, right? What would you consider taking him where he goes? Like, or would you consider taking him in like the top 5 just as a wide receiver? Or if he's a top 5 pick, he has to be a corner. You get what I'm saying?
I guess it just like depends on what the team thinks. You know? I mean, I don't know. If a team thinks that he's the number if the team thinks that he's the top wide receiver in the class,
So you think
and they draft him as such, and they're going to tell us when they announce his name. Travis Hunter, wide receiver, Colorado. You know, they're going to tell us right then and there.
Nez, are you there? I think I
Yeah, I lost you
exploded
guys
for a second. I think I'm back. Yeah. Okay, we're good. All right. That was weird. That was crazy. We were just it broke our brains to run 2 positions, and the whole stream exploded.
I didn't quite understand the question.
Yeah, like I was just thinking like the value of corner or the value of him being a two-way is propping up his value more than being like wide receiver 1 in this class.
Are you talking about just from a draft standpoint and not
Like
a
the
fantasy
idea
standpoint?
of him is baked into the value of him. Yeah, not fantasy standpoint. Real life draft.
We have 5 seconds. I'm just queuing up dubs.
Sure.
I mean, the reason why he's valued so high is because he does play both positions, but he's also like the reason why he can play both positions and play them elite is like he's one of the best athletes that we have seen in a long time. And he's so, like make no mistake about it, he's not a gimmick. He is an extremely good football player. No matter where he plays, you're getting probably the best athlete in the class. It doesn't really matter what you end up doing with him. You're getting a great football player. Like just such a safe pick. No matter what you do with him, he's gonna be a smash from an NFL standpoint. It doesn't matter what you do with him.
I heard most of that. Man, I should never fucked around with this computer. I blew it up. I blew it to pieces, Nez. I'm like jumping in and out on you there. But yeah, I guess that is the bull case. It's just like it doesn't matter. He's a tremendous talent, outrageous talent.
Yeah, it might be me, chat. If it's me lagging and not John, let me know and I can go ahead and plug in this hardwire. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Like he's like a can't miss pick.
Okay. Yeah. Hunter plays wide receiver like Spider-Man. He looks like a superhero. That's the sacrilegious take. I mean, that's exciting. All right, let's hear it in the chat though. I want to hear it in the chat. Ooh, moves like neighbors. I like that. I want to hear it in the chat, like where he would be going if we knew he was only a wide receiver. All right, Nez, let's make a pick here. They're saying Algier for like some stack equity, the teammates times 2 there. Dude, let's take Blake Corum.
Corum over Rashad?
I got to. Yeah. Fuck Rashad White. That's Bucky Irving's backfield. Rashad
Jeez, man,
White's 4 or
the
5
guy gets
pass.
extorted, and you say fuck him. All right, that's
He
messed up,
gets
dude.
extorted? How so?
You didn't see that? The dude.
No.
There was an official statement saying that the FBI is investigating an extortion attempt against Rashad White, and all
Jesus.
the comments were like, "What did he do? Like, you're not understanding. He's a victim. Like, he's
Yeah,
not,
he's a victim in this scenario.
like,
What did he do?
like,
He
he's
extorted. He extorted the Bucks to continue to pay him when Bucky Irving deserved more touches. That's what he did. He extorted Sean Tucker.
That's how much people hate running backs. Like, oh, what did this dude do? He's getting extorted.
That is so good. Oh, I got a cheeky next pick. I think it's gonna be a good one. Ooh, there's Cam Ward.
That's fun.
Is Cam Ward QB1? QB2.
I think he's QB1.
Okay.
Who I think it's between him and Shador, I believe, for 1 and 2,
Mhm.
and Ward seems to be like pretty far ahead of him.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn, there goes my cheeky stack partner. Want a little bit of that Rams offense where we didn't have to guess the quarterback and we could just do my boy Jordan Whittington with Blake Corum.
Whittington's an interesting one.
Yeah.
We were we the first to ever say his name on stream?
Buddy. Oh yeah. Even the true ball knowers weren't even talking about him as it scrolled the F down. We were out here drafting him in May. Dude, we didn't really talk about the Corum pick there for a second. Dude, I think I like Blake Corum at this price last year or this year versus last year.
Yeah. The one, so like, I think for an easy comp, because him and Benson were both like pure handcuffs last year. I do think Trey Benson like is a better talent, but I think Blake Corum has a better chance to playing time without an injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you. I prefer Garendo here, but who would you like?
The sidekick's telling us the cokehead.
Yeah.
Telling us to Rico's a free agent.
Yeah, I'm scared of it.
I'm really scared of the Rico. I'm good with Garendo. Just, on the assumption that what we saw from him was better than what we saw from Jordan Mason. And, CMC might not be 100% and 1 year older kind of deal. Plus, we've already got the San Francisco stack built out.
Yep. Yeah. Stacks. I am curious, like, what we're going to get out of CMC next year. Can they give him a full workload next year? And what I liked about Garendo is, like, we knew that he tested well. We didn't know how he would look on the football field. And then we saw him on the football field and he looked really good.
Right. Yeah. Everybody just kept citing the size speed metrics and the DK Metcalf comp stuff. There goes Thielen. Round 14. What are we at from a build standpoint right now? 2, 4, 7, 1 or something like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy at QB. At running back, Breece Hall, David Montgomery, Blake Corum, and Isaac Garendo. Wide receiver is Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Jawan Jennings, Darnell Mooney, Keenan Allen, Travis Hunter, Romeo Doubs, and George Kittle as our lone tight end right now.
Cool. All right. Ooh, this is interesting. Think if Hunter could get 60 plus targets. People forget Neon Dion got 67 that 1 year. That 96 year, it was that guy playing baseball too? Oh.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I
mean, could you imagine getting 60 targets, playing corner, and then getting like 300 ABs for the Braves as well? Like, can you imagine?
I think the obvious, ceiling case when you are drafting the, Hunter is that he's like full-time wideout. And then the team is just like, listen, dude, like this is best for your financial future and for the team as a production for production, and maybe they just treat him in like, as like a special case quarterback.
Okay.
All right. Braylon would be, just a total condom pick. They like
Yeah,
this
full
rookie RJ
handcuff.
Harvey.
RJ Harvey. All right, let's trust it. Okay, this will be our first one of the day. Let me take a look at this guy. We will assess. RJ Harvey.
I don't even know where he's from.
Central Florida. Central Florida here. We're going to judge a book by its cover right now. As we are going to do zero research here whatsoever. He's 24 years old. That feels old.
24 is the new 21 in NFL standards.
Yeah, counterpoint. 24 years old. He's a seasoned veteran guy who knows multiple offensive systems. He's ready to be a lead back from day one.
What are we looking at size wise?
5'8", 195.
Okay.
Not a bruiser. Maybe he loses some goal line touches here. Let's see if he caught the ball at all. Did he catch the ball and or get kickoff returns? That is the thing that we're looking for. He was an absolute zero in the pass catching game, Nez. A dead ass zero in the pass catching game. No, actually, okay, maybe
I
not.
don't want him
20
to catch
receptions.
the ball.
20 receptions.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. 207 at the Senior Bowl, says Sacrilegious. So this guy's beefing up. Definitely fun. Okay. All right. Sack says he's nice with it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look at some Just Bomb Productions clips after this.
Yeah. We'll get demonetized in a heartbeat here. Don't worry, guys. We got you covered. This is the watch some tape. I gotta be like the watch some tape guy.
I love eyeing up running backs and looking at tape. It's done me so dirty in the past, but man, you can really tell yourself a story.
Nothing is better than going and finding like 8 minutes of YouTube cut togethers from a guy who played at like a nothing burger school, like guy who played at like Toledo and played a bunch of these dust schools, and just being like, look at this guy go, man. He moves different, downhill, low shoulders. Like,
what should we do here, man? Zach Ertz?
Sanders for the Colorado stack?
Oh my
God.
Zach
Ertz, man. I guess Zach Ertz stacks up. Let's do it. They loved him in the red zone.
Or JT Sanders. It's gonna be Ertz.
Yeah, let's just do the Ertz stack. What's why am I blanking? Cliff Kingsbury loves him. He loves him, dude. He already admitted that he's gonna come back next year. He said he wants to come back again.
Nice.
I like this.
Glad he's not a zero for us. At least not yet.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what I mean. The Prospects Lab, aka just bombs up.
Yeah.
Like, that's so good. Okay, so everyone's saying the Harvey highlights go hard. This is good.
Nice.
CJ Spiller tape did me dirty. Yeah, man. CJ Spiller in the first round, no matter what, back in the day. Beanie Wells, CJ Spiller, those were all those guys that I loved. Who was the other one from the Lions era with Joik Bell? Split backfield back in the day. Guys naming dudes. Fuck, why am I blanking on this one? Guys, tell me in the chat.
Theo Riddick?
There we go. Noah's got me. Javid Best. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know why I was blanking on that one.
So I'm looking at this Noah Gray pick. We just kind of saw some smoke that we think Kelsey's coming back, right?
Allegedly, yeah. I think losing the Super Bowl will do that to a man. Immediate knee jerk reaction is like, yeah, I'd want to come back next year.
Yeah.
The question is, do they? I mean, I was reading some stuff. Do they want him back? You know, that price tag, that decline. I think you have to just do right by a guy who's got 3 Super Bowls for you, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this Sanders fall, man.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Jatavian Sanders. I was like, is that such a thing as a Jatavian Sanders fall?
No, I think this is a fine time to take Shador.
All right, let's take Shador and have some fun. Why not? We probably don't need 3 quarterbacks on this build, but the Colorado stack. I mean, you cannot underestimate the Colorado stack of Sanders to Hunter.
We need more rookies. Just need more rookies.
It's true. We are just hitting like the known commodities right now.
And I got a pick for us after.
Okay. How many spots we got left? We got 3 spots left.
We do.
Okay, so one's going to be a tight end for sure. One's going to be a wide receiver, and the other one is going to be like we can
Probably a running back.
Okay, probably a running back.
Yeah, we haven't necessarily drafted the most capital in the world at running back.
Okay.
But we'll see what makes it back to us.
This would actually be a good one. Kelsey should do the midseason Gronk return. There was rumors that Gronk wants to return now. I mean, we're just so hard pressed for football news that people just start spinning these webs, eh?
I know.
We just run out of things to talk about until there's like actual sample size to work with.
So Marshawn Lloyd, people were convinced was going to start over Josh Jacobs last year, and now he's running back 62. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hold that L.
Hold that L, baby. Hang on tight. Ride that thing down. Click on the running backs here just for a second. Like, okay, so like look at the difference between the sidekick and what we're seeing on the board right now.
Yeah.
This is where I'm really inclined to be like, okay, sidekick knows ball. We don't know shit. Let's click one of these guys and then start laughing about judging a book by its cover on the other side. Although it is telling us Noah Gray still too as a third tight end.
I wanted Tootin. Everyone keeps talking about Tootin.
All right, let you pick one of these 3 on the right hand side there, and
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we took this. Yeah, we took this guy last time. Remember, we looked this guy up.
Did La Quinta?
Yeah, this is good. This is good. La Quinta is going to be our guy now, or there's no A on it. La Quinta, I know, but Allen, Syracuse.
La Quinta is a hotel.
Oh, right. Actually, speaking of which, if anyone's down at the Dog Bowl, and you know, I kind of know you and what's up like that, hit me up because I think I'm going to go to spring training for 3 days after, just for fun. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away. I was looking at the schedule at whatever, so I was looking at hotels. That's how this comes to mind. But I think I might fly out Sunday morning, go to the NASCAR race on Sunday afternoon, and then go to like 2 days or maybe 3 days of spring training there, Nez.
Where's the NASCAR track at?
It's a little bit further down. It's like maybe about 45 minutes to an hour from Scottsdale, something like that. Just a cool $300 Uber with a surge charge.
No, I'm kidding. At that point,
I'm kidding. Okay, how many bush lights can you have when you drive, buddy? I'm going to a NASCAR race, dude. The cars are going in circles, dude. You gotta have some bush lights to make it enjoyable.
Gotta be Busch Light. Can't be any other beer.
I don't even think they sell other beer at a NASCAR race. All right, we're not going metric hunting on this one, Nez. We're just going profile picture hunting. Good hair, dude. Suiting up. This is big Ray Davis vibes. Suiting up for the pictures. Big Ray Davis vibes, and Ray Davis smashed last year. I mean, didn't break the world on fire because James Cook was still nice. But if I'm drawing comparisons between prospects over the last 2 years, suiting up for your PFP, I like this. Oh, Davis loves him too. Okay. Samaje P. Ryan comp. Okay.
I have
We're on the
Higbee
clock, Nez.
in the queue.
Dude, Tyler Higbee came back in the postseason and like instantly earned 5 targets and looked better than Cooper Kupp in that offense. I mean, it might be a big quarterback downgrade for the Rams going forward, but that feels like a fun click, does it not?
Seems like he can still play a little ball.
Yeah, health has always been his big issue, right? The last 2 years. But when he's out there, he gets utilized.
Yeah, I was very, very shocked at how quickly they just just gave him all the work as soon as he was able to come back. So I'm into it.
JMC, I'll hit you up, dude. I'm looking at some stuff right now, and I'll let you know. I may or may not do it yet. Let's see.
Yeah, we're this is the 20th round is a very scary place to be.
Yeah, who's Ricky White? Ricky White, highest available wide receiver right now.
He's got a first round name, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, nice. That's what we're looking for this late in the draft. Interesting. Okay, here's some alpha, Nez. Ricky White, collared shirt, fully buttoned up to the top. Okay, he's wearing a Michigan State Spartans shirt, but apparently he played for UNLV last year.
Maybe his high school was a Spartan.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Because look at this. I click on the image and then it pivots to this guy with dreads.
Yeah.
So that was probably his high school photo, and then he went to UNLV.
1 year as a Sparty.
Okay.
From Eggers.
Big Ten was interested in him. There you go. Big Ten was interested in him. That's the spin zone. You know, he could have been a big school guy, just chose not to. Family ties in Vegas. Totally made up.
I bought it. Well, I mean, 20th round Christian Watson. Oh, I guess he did have an ACL. Yeah.
Who else is down here? Let's keep scrolling. Jonathan Brooks. Remember when everybody was jumping up and down to take Jonathan Brooks last year?
Yeah.
Can be me. Zach Moss. That definitely could have been me.
Oh, yeah, it was.
We got so much CLV and then it didn't matter. Because
Ty
he was
Felton. Where'd Ty Felton play? I know that name. Is that a Nittany Lion? Why do I know Ty Felton?
Is Raheem Mostert going to get a job? Not that it matters. He's really old. But what? Ty Felton?
Maryland. Okay. Let's do Ricky White, man.
Look. Let's do it, man. Sidekick's telling us Ricky White. There we go. Look at this. When you look up Ty Felton with a Y, this is the guy I got. Dr. Ty Felton.
Not Dr. Ty.
Dr. Ty Felton. Here's
Why do I know Ty Felton?
I don't know. Maryland?
Ole Miss? Maybe I was drafting him a lot in college football best ball.
There you go.
I'm not sure.
Was Tua's brother
really nice 2024
there last year?
What's that?
Because you know ball, obviously. He was a monster. Okay. Yeah, you were taking him in the dailies. Was Tua's brother at Maryland last year?
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought that was like the. Oh yes, Eggers is saying yes. I'm not completely out to lunch here.
I was looking at ESPN didn't have him listed. I didn't see a tag of Iloa.
Not last year, 2 years ago. Okay, all right, there you go. So Nez was right. Nez does know ball. All right, Nez, let's see it, dude. Let's see this team.
All right. 3683. Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Shadur Sanders,
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall, David Montgomery, Blake Corum, Isaac Garendo, RJ Harvey, LaQuint Allen Jr.,
We're
wide
looking,
receiver
guys.
Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Jawan Jennings, Darnell Mooney, Keenan Allen, Travis Hunter, Romeo Dubs, Ricky White, tight end George Kittle, Zach Ertz, Tyler Higbee. This seems cromulent.
I don't see anything wrong with it. Looks like a good football team. We got 3 quarterbacks on a team that didn't necessarily need 3 quarterbacks, but you never know if bye weeks are going to overlap or if we got 20 roster spots, may as well take a ceiling shot on Sanders. Landing spots for those rookies, running backs will be pretty big for us because we're basically looking for a big Brees season and then trying to hit some spikes with those guys. Neighbors at 7 feels good.
I like Neighbors, man. If I was doing 150 of these, I'd probably have a shit ton of Neighbors.
Yeah, that feels fun, man. Like, okay, here's the hypothetical scenario. I don't think it ends up happening, but like, what if LA? They're probably not just gonna go with like Jimmy Garoppolo, but what if LA gets Sam Darnold or something? Like Sam Darnold doesn't do the franchise tag thing. They don't re-sign Sam Darnold. They go the route of JJ McCarthy. Sam Darnold goes to play with McVay and the Rams there. Would you rather have Stafford with Neighbors or Puka with Sam Darnold and McVay?
I think Stafford with Neighbors like pretty comfortably.
Yeah, like I don't think it's close. Like that's why I laid it out like that because I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I would just instantly take Neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, dude, let's rip another one of these. I had fun.
All right, let's give it a go. Number 2.
Let's do it. Give everybody an opportunity to get in here. Hey, we're on Nez's account. Is there a higher price point? Can we get the bigger board?
Hey.
All right, one more spot.
Give this a refresh.
I love, as much as I like to tongue in cheek and make fun of it, and I really love to draft all the sports. I do think it is truly sick behavior and so much fun to draft like 1 football team a week or 2 football teams a week this far out. Because I've said this on the show before and I've said it in the Discord before. The futures of our generation, like the double birds, fuck you, I was right, I know ball, is like big board exposures and big board drafts. And like people want that flex to be like, yeah, I was right down the road. Because if you right now were like, oh yeah, I hammered the Lions to win the Super Bowl at a good price, like everyone would just be like, cool, buddy, cool. Like here's your thumbs up if they won the Super Bowl next year. But if you win the big board and you're like, yeah, buddy, look at this, I know ball and I had 40% Neighbors and I put them up over everyone like that, it would just be like an absolute flex fest. I think that's the biggest appeal of football versus other sports.
Yeah, definitely a little flex in the ball knowledge, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's definitely an edge if you're a tape grinder and you love the draft for sure.
Yeah. And then there's enough random variance and inherent like crazy shit can happen for us to still compete. You know what I mean? Like if we just aren't paying that much attention and we're just trusting the knowledge of others.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta pay a little attention. I don't think that these are auto draftable for sure.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more so than like BBM, for instance, because like correlation and stuff like that doesn't play as huge of factor in like big board season because we don't know the schedule, we don't know bye weeks, we don't know that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. There's less out of your control for sure,
Mm-hmm.
or more out of your control. Rather.
More out of your control.
Yeah, less in your control is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. All right, we're influencing the market, dude. There's the new Neighbors ADP at 107.
We did it.
We did it. We have
In
done
real
our
time.
job. Yeah, we've done our job. We can sleep easy tonight.
What is book hockey? Is that like a hockey thing?
No. It's like bukkake. Nailed it, Nez. They really want him to win BBM. They really want him to win BBM.
All right, what do we got to do?
One of these running backs comes back to us. Let's just take Amon-Ra right here.
All right.
Take Amon-Ra, and then like I don't have a big enough lean between like HN, Genty. I mean, we could have the Genty conversation for sure.
Genty. I thought he might come back, but damn.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm really fine with HN. So like at HN Amon-Ra start, like that sounds great, dude.
Yeah. No one's that upset about that.
Yeah. Interesting to note that the sidekick there has AJ Brown pulled up. Where was AJ Brown's ADP? Because we were just staring at green there.
17.
Wow. Yeah. So you want some CLV? Leg up loves AJ Brown over that running backs tier. So that would be a exploitative second round target there. Actually, dude, saw a video of AJ Brown playing baseball in high school. He was drafted by the Padres.
Yeah, someone said in the chat. I did not know that.
Yeah, 19th round draft pick to the Padres and went to like the showcase series and like that sort of thing. And then decided to play football instead once he saw 97. That was the clip.
He didn't like seeing 97?
Yeah, allegedly.
Man, he would be so cool as a baseball player. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. He would have been fun. Grown ass man. Okay, let's have the mock draft Genty conversation that everybody's having. Where's a potential landing spot for him? I think it's probably predicated on where the quarterbacks go and what free agent quarterbacks move around, right? Because if the Giants, I don't think the Giants would take. I think there's like a pretty clear top three, right? There's Abdul Carter, then there's Travis Hunter, and then there's if someone wants to take quarterback and take Cam Ward, right?
Yeah, I think Cam Ward is going to be a Cleveland Brown, but
okay, so then you would
quarterback.
So then you would take Cam Ward at 2 with the Browns. The edge from Penn State, Carter goes 1. I think that's where like most people kind of like have it.
1.
Okay. So then where is a good falling spot for Genty? Like, do the Jags consider him at 5?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do the Raiders consider him at 6?
Yes, but I think they do not take him. I don't think they take him, but
okay.
Jets Shedeur might fall there.
Yeah, so Shedeur at 6 is one of the mock drafts I was looking at earlier. Had him to the Raiders. But if the Raiders solve quarterback prior to that, then he could potentially go there, right?
I don't think it's out of the question.
Yeah. Jets are just like a hard no because they're running back room already. Carolina, they drafted Brooks last year and already re-signed the extension for Hubbard. So probably no there. Saints at 9.
That would be kind of crazy. Just because, like, I just because they just have so many. The Saints have so many problems.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird to spend on that, especially when like
Yeah.
Kamara was fine last year. Kendrick Miller flashed a little bit at the end of last year, but that ship
Like
may have sailed.
you're a new head coach. Your team is in disarray, and you're like, we need let's grab a running back.
Right, yeah. Like they're in cap hell too. And like the only way you do that is if you think you can win now with Derek Carr, and I don't think you can win now with Derek Carr, right?
No, I don't think so. I think they probably just ride it out, though, don't you?
Yeah, I'd have to look at the contract. Some people have him moving or like cut candidate. Bears at 10. Offense is pretty solidified. They got those wide receiver options from last year. They got the quarterback from the year before. Maybe Ben Johnson doesn't love Swift despite them paying him. Could you see him going there at 10?
I think I could see it.
Okay. Bears might be.
I don't think he does, but I think I could see it.
I think they need O-line help, right? If there's O-line there, I think they do that.
We're on the clock.
Worthy. Let's have some fun. Kelsey retires. Rice isn't fully back in time or fully up to speed early on. Let's do it.
All right.
Worthy go Burr in the Super Bowl. Worthy ADP go Burr in the big board.
This Jameson Williams ADP. I mean, it makes me happy to see it for him. But I mean, I don't know how much Jameson Williams I'm going to get if this is what we're doing.
You think it's frothy? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very frothy.
All right, I respect it.
I love him, but that feels rich.
Yeah. Back to my exercise here, Nez segment.
We're on deck, just FYI. Like we're about to pick in 5 seconds.
Yeah, dude, I already know who we're gonna pick. Easy game. James Cook led the world in rushing touchdowns last year. Easy game. Touchdowns are repeatable, right?
Yeah, I mean, as you can see here, 2-16.
They're the most predictive stat available, correct? They're not regression laden at all.
He's good. He's good.
He is good. I think he's good too. You've been a long time James Cook bull. All right, Nez. Niners. No need for a running back at 11.
No.
Cowboys at 12.
I would be shocked if he's on the board to the Cowboys. Like, wouldn't that be just like super shocking if they didn't take him?
That's the chalk, I think. I think that's where everybody is gonna have him mocked, and I think a lot of people will have his talent ranking him higher than that in terms of like best available.
Yeah, he's so good, man. He's truly as good as advertised.
T-Bear. Yes, Matt. It's fully facetious, dude. It's a joke, dude. Touchdown regression, dude. Of course. Yeah, okay. Let's play the narrative here. Okay. Just because he's on the cover, and I think it's a really fun talking point. Genty goes to the Raiders at whatever I said, 6 or 7. Okay. And the Raiders solve quarterback another way. And by solve, I mean in parentheses. They get Russ Wilson, they get Aaron Rodgers, or they get I don't even know who else. Sam Darnold. Let's say like something like that. He goes there. Where would you then take Genty?
Oh, that's Genty in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Can you bring up the board for a sec? Because it's easier to look at the names that went there. Like, would you take him over Amon-Ra?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Pete Carroll just establishing the fuck out of it. The answer is no, Nez. The answer is no.
Yeah.
Like, would you take him over HN?
No.
Yeah, like Mostert's another year older. Like we haven't even talked about Jalen Wright. I thought Jalen Wright looked good last year. Like I want to take him over that. Would you rather have CMC or Genty on the Raiders?
Genty.
Okay. So maybe there's your push pull, there's your stopgap in terms of like that. Now, hypothetical scenario number 2. He goes to Dallas at 12. Would you rather have him or Puka Nakua?
Genty.
Puka Nakua with Stafford.
I think Genty. If Genty's on the Cowboys, I want so much Genty.
Right. Brian Thomas with Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence revival tour, or Genty on the Cowboys?
That might be Brian Thomas.
Okay.
That might be where I draw the line.
So Genty has a landing spot band of like 8 to 9 picks of ADP at the front end of draft boards.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah. Is there any merit?
He really, like, I came into this big board season thinking Genty was overvalued.
Yeah.
Just thinking that he was going to be overhyped, and then I'm like, dude, he's just that good. You know, like, I don't want to overthink it.
Checks out to me, bro. Yeah, Zach Martin, no offensive line there. Could be scary. Yeah. That's a good one.
Sorry, I gotta fix the sidekick. There we go.
All right.
You like Sutton here? Sutton or Judy?
Yeah, I don't want to take a third running back, and that kind of looks like a tier, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do Sutton. We saw enough from Bo Nix last year. Get a little Bo Nix tunnel vision going on there. Could be a lot of fun. Cleveland quarterback scenario, I have no idea how that's going to unfold. And if for whatever reason they end up with like Deshaun Watson starting or something, could be absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I mean he's not starting next year. He's out next year with that with the Achilles. But
I like Walker, but if you don't want to take 3 running backs early, I won't fault you. We could take Judy and just treat it as a tier break. We could take Laporta and do a double Lions thing.
I'm gonna say Judy, I think.
Okay. Are we scared what the Lions offense will look like without Ben Johnson?
You know, I'm not.
Okay.
I think the talent wins out there, but I said the same thing about the Bears. But the Bears at least had a rookie quarterback and 2 really bad coaches. The Lions just are getting a new OC, you know, and have talent that we have at least seen it. You know, I definitely, you know, jumped the shark on the Bear stuff, but we've seen enough out of the Lions.
Okay. Cool.
I don't understand. There's a comment in here from Brandon Santos asking the news on Rashee Rice. I don't know the news on Rashee Rice, but where does he go? He goes at pick 50. Is he not like gonna get suspended?
I don't know. Is there some carryover from last year with that potential suspension?
They never made a ruling on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. I don't know.
And like, I'm pretty sure this is from Winks. You know, Hayden was saying that the Rashee Rice knee injury was like devastating, and it was like it was like multi ligament, and you know, definitely, you know, concerning as far as like what's he going to look like when he comes back.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Rashee Rice fall pretty significantly, I would think.
Yeah, maybe he's just propped up because people in their mind were like, "Oh, he comes back healthy and he was a third rounder last year's season, so he'll be a third rounder again when he's healthy."
Yeah. It's interesting.
Blake thinks
I don't know if I'm missing something.
Blake thinks he'll get 4 games and thought the recovery timetable was about 4 months.
I don't know where, because he tore his ACL. There's no way it's only 4 months.
Or like maybe like 4 months remaining.
That would be very surprising.
Mm-hmm. This is an interesting one. I don't know why Dap's asking this, but like, where would you take Drake London if he was out for 6 games? I guess that's the Rashi Rice comparison.
I guess
Yeah.
probably
Like,
like 8th round.
yeah. He didn't tear his ACL, according to Blake. Wasn't an ACL.
Let's see here. This timeline is similar to an ACL surgery.
Interesting.
Okay.
We're on the clock here, Nez. Josh Downs. Everybody's favorite darling, Jalen Warren. We could do the Bo Nix stack. 20 picks of reverse ADP value.
I would prefer Downs, I think.
Okay. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
A full healthy year of Downs. People are really excited for Golden this week. The Texas kid. He was
Yeah,
the
they
Texas
think he's
kid,
going to
right?
test well.
Yeah, they think he's going to be like the next big riser because of the testing stuff there. But the sidekick's telling us to start doing a little quarterback stacking here, the price tags of quarterbacks here relative to quarterback late. Mark Andrews goes there. Do you think Mark Andrews is a Raven next year?
As far as I'm concerned, I think so.
Okay. Split
I agree
opinions
with
on
the
that one.
sidekick that I would prefer Goff over Nix if we go quarterback.
Sure. Yeah, I'm good with it.
Or Jalen Warren, of course.
Yeah, let's do the Warren thing. Let's have fun. All right. I didn't think I had to twist your arm to get Jalen Warren on a team.
Well, I
Like,
was just worried about falling behind at QB.
Yeah, he could definitely be a CLV guy. Once the Najee news hits or the anticipated news hits. That being said, like, I don't view Jalen Warren as like a 80% snap guy. Like, I think they would still bring someone else in or draft somebody else, right?
They're definitely doing something at running back along with Warren. But like, this isn't a bad Jalen Warren price at all.
No, yeah, sure. No, I fully agree with you there. Yeah. I just think the illusion of 4 rounds of CLV because they don't address the position doesn't exist, is kind of what I was going with. You look deep in the weeds right now. What are you looking up?
So I'm looking at this Rice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the tweet that I'm seeing. I'm not sure if it'll pull up over here. No, it's not. But I'll put in the private chat. It was a conversation with Hayden and Sam Sherman where Hayden thinks that this Rashee Rice injury is pretty severe.
Okay.
So that's where I was getting that from, was from this tweet from Hayden on January 29th. It's some pretty bearish stuff, at least from Hayden's standpoint.
Okay. Well, we'll share that in the chat there because it's not good viewing for me to just try and read these tweets to everybody. So I'll share that with everybody. Everybody can do a little parse through of Sam and Hayden discussing that one.
Because
I mean,
is
like,
where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Is basically what Hayden's saying. Like, he's hurt and he's probably going to face a suspension, more likely than not.
Right. Yeah, like you were threading the thinnest of needles to get him to matter again. And then you layer on the emergence of Xavier Worthy to that. Like we're probably not going to see the iteration of what we saw early season last year and in his previous season there. We're probably not even going to see that version of Rice.
Yeah, I guess like if the situation was Rashee Rice is fully healthy, not facing a suspension, I would probably be pretty high on him. Not gonna lie,
Okay. Okay.
but it
What's the
is just another
contract?
thing. It is just another wrinkle.
Right. And then you layer on the uncertainty of DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, and Travis Kelsey, and which way all of those break will impact the value of the other Chiefs pass catchers.
Yep. Yeah, I
Speaking of
want.
which,
It's gonna be interesting to see what the Chiefs do in this offseason, if they add any weaponry at pass catcher, or are they just gonna run it back and hopefully they don't face God mode Eagles again in the Super Bowl. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, you can just run it back because you got fucking Juju, baby. That's all you need. All right. The sidekick is telling us Travis Etienne. I think Travis Etienne's a buy for a lot of people with like the potential offensive upgrade and
Yeah.
whatever. I'm scared to tank Bigsby's role at the goal line there. J.K. Dobbins, I probably won't draft yet again this year. Sharbs is just playing the hits. What do you like, Nez?
Oh! Can I get the audible? No, I didn't get the audible in time. I was gonna try to get us a sneaky Kelsey.
Well, it's okay because the drafter on the end already has 2 tight ends, so he's not
Oh,
going to take
good. Yeah.
Kelsey. So if you want Kelsey,
The
you can
timer
have
saved me from myself there.
him. You can get Kelsey here.
If Kelsey's playing football next year, like we think,
Uh-huh.
this is a really good pick.
It's an interesting just to note that the sidekick was high on both Kelsey and Noah Gray. Like you know what I mean? Like not high, but like it's telling us to take Kelsey here if we want tight end. And it was telling us to take Noah Gray in those late rounds. So they still see value in Noah Gray knowing that Kelsey is playing football. It wasn't like they
It's a
were
decent hedge if you don't have
yeah.
Kelsey for sure.
Yeah.
Not a bad start to this team. Just to
Yeah.
give us the 10th round recap here. Jared Goff at quarterback, Devon Achane, James Cook, Travis Etienne Jr. at running back. These are 3 former top 3 round picks, folks.
Dude, you want the alpha on that, Nez? Adding Junior to Travis Etienne? Dude. When Debo Samuel added Senior, had a big year.
I thought he fell off after that, but no, you're right.
Dude, let me spin some of these narratives, dude. Adding Junior, there's nothing bad could possibly happen after adding Junior.
Nothing. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown Jr., Xavier Worthy Jr., Cortland Sutton Jr., Jerry Jeudy Sr., Josh Downs, and Travis Kelsey.
Like it. T-Bear asking why take Kelsey when you can take Likely. I think a lot of people are in the bullish Likely camp right now and the bullish Mark Andrews cut candidate potential. That'd be so tough to see Mark Andrews leave the Ravens after having like such a solid career and his final play be that dropped 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be tough, man. Evan Ingram, some smoke that he might be a cut candidate. I think I like him if he stays in Jacksonville, but like could be a sneaky cut candidate there with what's the name of the guy that emerged behind him last year?
Strange,
Brenton Strange. Yeah, there was some smoke around that one. New coaching staff. People say Scatabo in the 120s is disgusting.
In terms of like the good or bad.
I read that as good. I read that as like you want that guy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
People really like this Colston Loveland. I'm seeing that name pop up quite a bit.
Are we swinging the pendulum on rookie tight ends again? Where like the old narrative was like, oh, they never break out, and then we see a bunch break out, and now we're back in on rookie tight ends.
I think they're just getting better. Don't you think?
Probably.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And they're trusting them more as well.
We probably also have like a nicer sample of them being utilized like solely as pass catchers. You know, like the evolution of the game where the game evolved at the pro level where tight ends were being pass catchers more so than blockers. And now we've seen the evolution at the college level take place. And now we're funneling those prospects through.
Yeah, we're on the clock.
Go with your heart, bro.
What'd you say?
Go with your heart, bro.
I think Christian Kirk at pick 130 is pretty nice.
Okay. Where does Trevor Lawrence go? He went in front?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 128.
He's on the board there. So this Trevor Lawrence stack in the 11/12th round, you know, it's going to be repeated, but it does feel like pretty palatable as a potential ceiling output to go like Lawrence and Kirk or Lawrence and Ingram if you think Ingram stays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too on top of like what they're gonna do, but I think it'd be weird for, you know, Liam Cohen to come in and make his offense like immediately worse times two.
Right. Yeah, unless he is really bullish on Strange. You want to do the
Likely or Ingram?
I think I like likely CLV potential.
All right.
Like if Andrews leaves or Andrews is a cut candidate, he spikes harder than Evan Ingram just being on the Jags or Evan Ingram leaving the Jags.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because nothing good happens if Evan Ingram leaves the Jags, right?
I mean, I don't know about that.
Okay.
But we know he's a PPR monster in a half PPR format in Jacksonville. So there is a chance that he does not have that same role, but I don't know.
Yeah, let's see here. Look something up real quick. Crossface is pissed that we went double when he tried to set up that aforementioned Trevor Lawrence stack there, and then we sniped both pieces of it, or no? Or does he have the Lamar one? He might have the Lamar piece.
Let me pull up the board.
Evan Ingram, final year of his deal. They voided the last whatever years that were option years or whatever. So he is 31 years old. Oh my God. So the last 2 years, he had like a 2-year 25 mil deal. Like the last 2 years, he made like, $5 million basically, and was like very little against the cap. He was 5 million and 7 million against the cap. This year, Nez, he gets a bump to a 14.7 million base, and that's 19.5 against the cap instead of the 5 and the 7 the last 2 years. So if you think you have something in Strange, that extra 12, $13 million at the tight end position could be cap casualty for sure.
They would have to eat it if they released him?
I don't think so. I think they have a potential opt-out. They do have an opt-out.
Ooh, man. Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, so he gets paid out. Yeah, so he gets paid out those last 2 years, and then now they have an opt-out this year before do you think he's worth 19.5 against the cap?
Well, he's almost certainly gone then.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think he's gone.
Interesting stuff.
So yeah, where would he end up? That's a good question.
These guys in the NFL get fucked so hard. Like they should have all full-fledged guaranteed money. It's the highest earning league. Like it's insane that these guys, like Oh yeah, he signs this 3-year deal, 3-year 41. Oh yeah, average of 13. And it's like, nah, buddy. It's 5-7 and then 19 and a half backloaded at age 31 that we can opt out of. Like, that's so brutal.
It sucks.
Oh my God. Negotiate better contracts, in my opinion. Oh my gosh. Um, I mean, that being said, he was like a former little bit of draft capital guy, failed with the Giants, and was probably like had to sign a team friendly deal that looks like this to even have an opportunity. Like, if you turn the clock back on Evan Ingram's career back to his 29 years old.
Yeah, he did. He did have a pretty up and down path for sure.
Man, I like Jalen Wright at this price tag if we didn't have Achan.
Yeah.
With Achan, I think playing the Corum hit again seems fine. Or
what about Ford, man?
Okay. Yeah, I mean they basically like I'm a little scared about Cleveland, like just all in general, because of what the quarterback situation could look like. But it's probably not going to look worse than it did last year, right?
That's what I think. Like, I don't think it could possibly be much worse.
Yeah.
And we just kind of needed. I mean, not necessarily needed a body, but I like Ford. I think it's a decent price for Ford. I liked it.
Yeah.
We could do
They
Corum
gave.
again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're back up. It feels like a good spot to double hit running backs. It's interesting that the sidekick is telling us to handcuff with Jalen Wright. It's interesting.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of teammate boost there.
Yeah,
Corum
even
or
though they're
QB? It's Corum.
Corum.
Jared Goff, we believe in you.
Yeah. Let's look at the quarterback tab for a half second here, because I do think it does thin out in a hurry, because like last year, even the year before that, last couple years, we had rookie guys that we wanted to throw darts on late. Like, how many rookie quarterbacks went in the first, 10 or 12 picks of last year? 4, 5. So you could tell yourself a story to be like, oh, we'll just take Bo Nix late. We'll take Drake May late. We have some ceiling. We'll take JJ McCarthy late. That doesn't really exist in this draft class. It's going to be like Cam Ward, and then maybe Sanders depending how people value him, if someone trades up for him, if whatever. It's not like we're going to have a draft class where there's going to be 5 draftable rookie quarterbacks like we've had each of the last couple years here.
Yeah, the one wild card for sure is Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I don't think Milroe is a contender to start this season. But Dart, I think Dart, there's a chance a team takes a chance on him.
Yeah, the more I think about this quarterback class, the more you realize why there's so much smoke and mirrors being talked right now with the free agent quarterbacks. Because we're going, in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck's going to want to play Aaron Rodgers this year and whatever? And it's kind of like, oh, yeah, maybe he's going to be an upgrade for a lot of teams.
No, yeah, there's only like 3 quarterbacks that could probably play this year. So yeah, that's why Aaron Rodgers will be home to somebody. Kirk Cousins will be home to somebody. Right. Certainly. Sam Darnold will be starting somewhere. Definitely.
Yeah. Who do you think the quarterback for the Steelers is going to be?
I think Justin Fields.
Okay. You think they saw enough at the start of last year, then they saw the fall off of Russ after that and said, hey, we got enough in Justin Fields here to run with it?
Yeah, and like all the reports from the locker room standpoint were that like the players really like Justin Fields too.
Okay. I mean, we really like Justin Fields.
Damn right.
We've been drafting up a storm with Justin Fields for years. So
yeah, I think when it came down to it at the end of the Steelers season and teams, figured out how to defend Russ, they should have went back to Fields, because with a depleted offense, like Fields is the answer there. Like can Russ be good in like a great situation? I think he could. I think he could do okay.
Yeah.
But I was really disappointed in how they handled that because Russ was clearly not the answer toward the end of the season. Russ had some pretty cool moments,
Yeah.
but I don't know how anybody could sit there and defend Russ Wilson at the end of the season. It was god awful at the end there.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I wonder if I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, they're going to draw the parallels between Pete Carroll and the Raiders, and oh, okay, here's a bridge quarterback for us, and give them Russ kind of thing. Um,
Oh wow,
Next year.
back with Pete, that'd be crazy.
All right, Sidekick is telling us a fun rookie wide receiver, allegedly. AU, what is that? I can't even read it.
AO Minor.
AO Maynor.
I'm sure it's
Dude,
not how you say his name. What about
let's just fucking
Stafford?
take
We,
him.
we got 5 seconds, Sean.
Okay, fine. I mean, I just don't think he's going to be a Ram, so like the stack equity doesn't matter to me. But if yeah,
We need a quarterback.
I mean, we could go Galbrain on the Stafford stuff and put Wandale Robinson on this team and be like,
That'd be
that's our
awesome.
Giants stack. That's our
All
Giants
right, let's
stack.
do that. Assuming this guy gives us Wandale.
All right. I don't think Wandale's all that great, but
140 targets last year. Insane.
That's wild. 140 targets on a team that had the crazy emergence of Malik Neighbors as well.
Yeah.
Like that's classic volume merchant bullshit where they're just like, we're trailing in every effing game script. We got backup quarterbacks in there. We got no trust at the tight end or pass catching running back stuff. Although Tyrone Tracy was pretty good as a pass catching running back there. That they were just like peppering that like low A dot guy.
They basically treated them like rush attempts.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, there's a pretty funny video. I'm sure it's floating around. I'm sure you've seen it. You're way more logged on than old John Boy. So if I've seen it, you've probably seen it. But it was Cam Ward and Sanders doing a workout, and he
I have
was
not seen this.
Oh, okay. And Cam Ward's beefing with him a little bit, calling him a volume merchant of all the dump off passes last year. And he's like, we didn't have a fucking run game, dude. And he's like, your completions are like completely inflated and like stuff like this. And they're like talking back and forth during a workout. It's pretty funny.
I'll have to look that one up. I don't know, yeah. John. I think you might be more logged into me. You're talking about this video I haven't seen, and you're sharing Zion Williamson belly button tattoos I've never seen. I don't know where I don't know what kind of internet you got, but I'm not seeing. I got these things.
Yeah, that's only on the Canadian internet, bro. They're boxing it out from you, dude.
I don't know where you're getting your info from.
Okay, so this Stanford kid is a good Canadian kid. Oh, Brett Boy with the alpha. Okay.
Shouldn't have passed up on him.
No.
I gotta figure out how to say his name.
Yeah. Ayo Manor? Io like Io DeSumo?
Yeah.
Io Manor? Nez, I was thinking when we were talking about Steelers stuff there. Do you remember your boy Duck Hodges?
Of course.
Nikki informed me yesterday that he just got engaged, and he's true to his name, Duck Hodges. Like all he does is like hunt and stuff now.
Oh yeah, that's why his name's Duck.
Yeah, I looked him up on Instagram, and Nikki's like, "Do you even know who like Duck Hodges is?" And I was like, "I barely remember that dude." And then I looked him up, and I was like, "Oh, fucking Duck Hodges! That's why I know the name, right?" Anyways, he's engaged to female country artist of the year, Lainey Wilson. All of a sudden, so yeah, good for him. He's doing well in his post-career arc, just hunting and fishing and locking down superstars.
Lainey Wilson, good for him.
Yeah.
What a hilarious guy.
Ooh, I.O. Manor. Brett saying.
Got it.
I.O. Manor.
Alec Io Manor. Okay.
Oh, your dad knows. Of course. Your dad knows that he's been with Lainey for years. All right, there you go.
Savion goes. Damn, I like Savion.
Investor said Lainey's a 10 too. Damn.
Let's do
I've
this
seen her a
Tootin
couple.
guy, man. Everybody keeps talking about Brayshaw Tootin.
Okay, I'll look him up here if I can. I'm not that smart, so spelling Brayshaw, I got it. All right. Is he listed as a wide receiver or running back? Running back, right?
Yeah, he's a running back.
All right. 22 years old, played in the ACC. He's got one of those badass photos with the visors on. I'll share it in a second after we make our pick. I like the cut of this guy's jib.
Yeah, no, everybody. This is everybody's darling right now.
Okay. The lazy metrics have him listed as loading. Okay, we're back up. Let's do Higbee if we're playing the Rams stack narrative. Or did we end up taking the Giants stack?
Well, we did do Wandale, but now we have outs.
Double outs?
Exactly.
We're condemning our Matthew Stafford stacks.
You have to. You have to. It's the great unknown.
All right. That was fun.
All right, what do you got on Tootin?
Well, I'm going down the rabbit hole here on the visor. I'm a dude who digs, the color coordinated visor in the photo there. Like this guy looks pretty badass. Let's see these arms here. Pretty jacked up. Pretty jacked.
A hokey. Okay.
Yeah. Virginia Tech guy. Let's see what he's got on ESPN here. 5'11", 209. That sounds like every down.
Yeah.
23 receptions, 27, 31, 10 in his rookie year, junior year. Okay.
They're saying he's fast as hell.
Nez, I don't want to share. Fast as hell? Okay, cool. As a combine test guy.
It's what the anticipation
Nez,
is.
I don't want to share all my secret sauce. I don't want to share like how deep I go, in my preparation here. But I got to give the people a little bit of alpha. When you're going to the game logs, see how they did against the good teams, Because people are going to be like, yo, yeah, what did he do against Marshall? Well, nobody really cares, right? But when I look up here and I go, hey, what'd they do against Miami? Well, Miami, buddy, ranked 7th in the country there, 19 for 141 and 1. That's some alpha right there. He's got that dog in. He's a big game guy. He's a big situation. He rises to the moment.
When I'm looking at highlights, I'm definitely eyeing up the good teams for sure.
Yeah, that's the alpha, dude.
Yeah, got to. Because, like you said, I don't care if he's getting past a bunch of future business majors. What's he doing against future NFL players?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. Our guy Chris is asking what happened to him in the game against Clemson. He only had 4 attempts for no yards. It looks like he got hurt because Drones and this other guy had 11 touches and 5 touches, and they did nothing with it. It would appear as if he got hurt. That being said, I have no idea.
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. Hopefully he didn't get worked over by his inferior teammates. But by the looks of it, he started that ball game, got hurt, and then came back 2 weeks later for Duke. Yeah, I think that implies pretty safely that he got hurt.
All right, we got 2 picks left.
Yep.
2, 6, 7, 3. They like Shipley over at Leg Up.
Okay. I mean, I saw that one big ass run in the postseason, and I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I like the upside with Shipley if things break his way.
Hmm. Now, I
All right,
think
we only have two
in
quarterbacks, Goff and
yeah,
Stafford. Do you want to take a third?
I think I do. I feel like with 20 rounds of drafting to just tack on a quarterback seems intelligent.
Yeah. Do you have any preference here?
No, you sell me this pen.
Uh, shit, man. I guess Aaron Rodgers. I just think
Okay.
he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna play again, and hopefully he lands in a situation where with some talent. I can't imagine he's gonna go to a shitty situation. I don't think he would do that to himself.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, it kind of seems like retire or handpick his desired scenario.
Yeah, that's what I think, and it does seem
Let's
like he's gonna play because he's got guaranteed money.
let's scroll down for a second to our wide receivers there. We got he goes to Cleveland. Jerry Judy stack. Aaron
Perfect
Rodgers, Cleveland stack. Cleveland
redemption
trades
arc.
yeah, Cleveland trades down, doesn't take Cam Ward. We sell that narrative.
Aaron in the chat saying he's going to the Rams, so we've got Higby lined up. Perfect.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we double condomed our Rams quarterback scenario here. And we covered both of our bases, Nez. So we got the Quorum, Higby, Rogers stack, and then we got the Wandell Robinson, Matthew Stafford stack.
Perfect.
We're
Exactly how we drew it
fucking
up.
knowing ball all over the goddamn place out here.
That's awesome. We're set. We're set. Don't want to see us in your week 15 or 16 pod. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. If we roll a little stacked up game there, oh man. Yeah, this I've been hearing this too. Unlucky that Jimmy Graham's going to be the starting quarterback for the Rams. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Jimmy Graham's still around. Brandon in the chat saying he's got 90% Daniel Jones so far. That's interesting.
All
So
right.
just thinking, I mean, it could break right for Daniel Jones or it could break really, really wrong. Like if they bring back Sam Darnold and they go, hey, we made the postseason last year with Sam Darnold. He just had 2 bad games at the end of the year. Let's push those under the rug. Let's give JJ McCarthy another kick at the can to develop this year after missing all of last year. Then all of a sudden, Daniel Jones becomes like one of the worst picks. But if he gets released and goes somewhere else, and or Sam Darnold doesn't come back and he competes for a starting job with JJ
I'm just gonna
McCarthy,
stop
I
you
don't
right
know.
there. This is why this dude has 90% Daniel Jones.
He's got 4 Daniel Jones jerseys.
That's why. There's nothing more to
Okay,
read into it. There's just no reason to take Daniel Jones right now.
that's funny. Oh, that's good shit there. Um, all right, Neds, why don't you break it down for the people there? Back to back big board drafts. That was a lot of fun. I'm not sure I could draft a big board every single day between now and football season, but I could certainly draft a handful a week.
Yeah, we got 3773 here. Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Running back room looks like Devon Achane, James Cook, Travis Etienne Jr., Jerome Ford, Blake Corum, Bayshaw Tootin, and Will Shipley. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Judy, Josh Downs, Christian Kirk, Wandale Robinson. Tight end is Travis Kelce, Isaiah Likely, Tyler Higbee. I can't believe this room let us get so many good players on one team, to be honest.
Honestly, that team, I mean, on the fucks or sucks meter, that is absolutely on the fucks side of the equation. That there's a
Yes,
lot of good things that could break right for this team.
it's trending. It's trending fuckly for sure.
Trending fuckly. All right, guys in the chat are asking us to round out the show with an unabated pick'em here. I am checking out right here, as you guys can see. Obviously, the projections aren't out for another 25 minutes. The market-based projections right now skewing by way of very few edges, and the ones in which they are showing are not basketball players that I feel overly comfortable clicking on. You know, like the Nick Smiths and
Yeah.
the Josh Greens for hires feel really thin. and then Klay Thompson can blow a PRA up in the blink of an eye with 4 threes in the first quarter. So not a guy I tend to love to slam lowers against. Both him and Malik Beasley, that archetype of player, are not guys that I like to slam early lowers on unless we get some interesting starting lineups or news nuggets later closer to lock. So I think we're gonna hold off on that one, and I'll probably share something in the Discord again here when the unabated stuff goes live in 25 minutes time if there's something popping in those metrics. Fun show, Ness. Fun
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, glad we could get some big boards under the belt. Get better prepared for the BBM 6 season that is coming. I can't believe we're on BBM 6, man. That feels wild.
It is kind of crazy. I did see last night. I saw 2 tweets that I thought really interesting, or maybe it was Instagram. Rudman posted something, and then Kristen posted something that I retweeted from the BadgeBros account this morning. Hard to believe, Underdog 5-year anniversary was last night. They had a party and a get together last night, so that's pretty cool. We've been affiliated with them for a better part of 2.5, 3 years now, and definitely been in contact for almost 4. So that's pretty crazy to think about. And then Kristen posted something with all the new shows and stuff, that they've been doing, and it's truly astounding how well Gil's Arena's doing. Like with that show, they showed the Carabas doing the spring training stuff down there. They were talking about San Diego upcoming for Dog Bowl stuff. Just really cool, man. How it's crazy how fast and how large it's become so quickly.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's truly impressive.
Yeah. All right, dude. Anything you are feeling in the pick'em lobbies that you want to mention here? Anything you are feeling differently now with basketball than the show this morning, or are people good to just go check out that members only stream for their hoops alpha for the day?
No, I think the stream still it's true. We just got to watch out for LaMelo. He's at shoot around, but has a Q tag, and Bradley Beal has a Q tag. So, keep those in mind when you're drafting. You're probably going to see them fall if you're drafting hoops.
Beautiful. All right. Shout out to our guy Car Park wearing a little Troll Co hoodie that he sent me the other day, or sent both of us the other day. So shout out to him for that. And then shout out to the good people at Legendary Upside. We were using the sidekick there in the draft, really helped us get through it there with limited ball knowledge as of right now. We were kind of just making it up on the fly and feeling it all out together. That was a lot of fun, Nez. Yeah. Back tomorrow. Yeah, shout out to the good people, the platform of the people, Underdog Fantasy as well. All right, Nez. Everybody's favorite time of the show. Back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. The end. Peace.